This Chinese watch packs a serious punch, a collaboration you might have missed. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch King. Ever since I bought this watch, people have been asking me to create a video comparing this Behrens and Chaykin collab piece to my original Chaykin Joker. Well, here we go. We spoke about Behrens on the channel before when we dived deep into their Perry G model. We really liked the video, it reached 250,000 views so far, so I thought I would show you what else the brand makes. If you're a fan of the Konstantin Chaykin Joker watches or you just want to add a fun watch to your collection, then this video is definitely for you. Behrens, the Chinese brand which is making waves, is coming up with very interesting watches, and they really got my attention with this one. Since the inception of the Joker watch, I wanted one. I finally bought my piece on the Konstantin Chaykin Joker 1 year after the launch back in 2018, and I loved wearing it ever since. Last year I had the pleasure of talking to Konstantin in Geneva as he unveiled a skeleton version called the Joker 5. This was an anniversary piece made to commemorate 5 years of the Joker line. I really liked the skeleton aspect of it and thought it's a cool, more mysterious version of mine. When I saw the Behrens and Chaykin collab, the watch immediately reminded me of that one. A skeletonized, evil and cool version of my own. I knew I needed to have it in my collection. Whenever Konstantin comes up with a new wristmon watch, as the brand likes to call that collection, I really want basically all of them. They're usually highly limited, often use different animal inspirations from the Chinese calendar, and are at very different price points. Behrens made sure to avoid a few of these aspects and made this exact model available in 200 pieces and at a much more attainable price point. The current price of the Behrens and Chaykin Joker collaboration that you see here is 8,950 Swiss francs including tax. If you want to buy anything from the original Joker series, you need to take a lot more money in your hands. From time to time there are Chaykin Joker pieces available to purchase, but it's mostly an auction or Chrono 24, usually priced in the mid-20s, or if you like the look of the original Joker, you have to go higher to about 30k. After wearing this watch for a while now, I can comfortably say that this is a great alternative. If you're one of those people who really wants a Joker since years, this is your chance. Or if you're just looking to spice up your watch collection with a fun piece, which will be a conversation starter with real watchmaking behind. These watches are manufactured and assembled in Shenzhen, China. This is something that Behrens isn't hiding, and they're proud of it. As they should. We all know that a lot of Swiss watch brands manufacture components overseas, but don't really speak about it. The quality and image of Chinese-made watches is rising, and I'm always open to well-made products. At 1/3 of the original Chaykin Joker, I think this is a good buy. The whole point of this watch is the dial, the unassumingly smiley Joker face that will brighten up your day. On the upper part of the dial you've got the eyes, which indicate the time, and at the bottom the mouth, which indicates the passing of the seconds. Like the original Joker, the time is indicated in a regulator style, with the left eye showing you the hours and the right eye showing you the minutes. Both eyes are constructed of a few components, mainly the numbers ring, which is matte, and another domed piece of crystal in the middle with the pupil, acting as the pointer. Once you get used to it, it's really easy to read the time. The eyes are levitating above the main dial as well as the other components. Another cool feature that my original Joker doesn't have is superluminova. Both eyes are luminous, and to be honest, this is some of the strongest luma I've seen in a while. It's bright and blue and really cool once you discover it. A nice small detail that adds coolness to this skeleton watch. Above the eyes you've got what I think are the eyebrows, which are slightly sunken with exposed polished screws. It's obviously also the forehead. Like on the human face, there's nose between the eyes, the nose is vertically brushed and DLC coated and also has a small round opening on the tip of it. Here you can see some of the components of the running seconds hand indicator making its way around and around. The mouth is made out of a few parts. On the first level you've got the shiny teeth made out of German silver and a finish with Côte de Genève decoration. It's a really deep finish and a nice optical interpretation of teeth. The red lacquered smiley lips are lifted above the teeth, they're held up with two screwed in columns to add a layer of depth to it. Hovering between is the ring seconds hand. It's black coated with the tip in the shape of a spade, obviously in tune with the Joker theme of course. It's a nice touch to the otherwise almost static eyes. It's cool to see something moving on the dial. On the other Joker that I have, the mouth acts as the moonface indicator, just to give you a comparison between these two. The seconds hand module was developed by Behrens themselves. Since it's a collaboration, everything was approved and checked with Konstantin Chaykin, of course. He's very protective and professional regarding his Joker line, so I know if he's confirmed this, it's okay. You might be wondering what material this case and dial are made out of. It's actually something I haven't seen before in person. It's crystallized titanium. It has a similar texture to forged carbon with a more shiny industrial look. Each case is actually unique, as the pattern never repeats itself. I think the texture is super cool, especially up close. I added a link in my video description to read more about the process so you can really learn more about how this unique material is made. Behrens had a tough time creating it, but they succeeded, so well done guys. The case is well manufactured and all the lugs are slightly hollowed out. The case doesn't have two crowns as the original Joker watch, but they're acting as ears. The one side of this model features a plaque bearing the number -number 4. And on the other side you have the crown, with the Konstantin Chaykin logo on it. There's also logos of the collaboration in both eyes, as well as in the mouth. The case pack is closed since the Sellita SW200 movement inside isn't necessarily something you want to show. It's a workhorse movement with module on top of it. Excellent movement for watches in this price category. On the case pack there's a Joker. The design of the figure was created by a young Chinese artist just for Behrens. It's a fun detail that adds personality. The buckle is also made out of crystallized titanium to stay in line with the case. The watch comes on a rubber strap, which makes it more comfortable, but you can also pair it with a leather strap, and it totally changes the look of the watch. You kinda dress up your Joker that way. Let's now compare them side by side so you get the feeling of the sizes. The Behrens Joker is definitely lighter than my original one since it's crystallized titanium and not stainless steel. Due to the single crown, darker dial features and skeletonization also looks a bit smaller. The crystal is domed and features 5 layers of anti-reflective coating, whereas the other features a flat sapphire crystal. Here you can also see all the measurements side by side. The diameter is with both watches the same at 42mm. The Chaykin Joker is here slightly wider, about 2.7mm if we include the double crowns. The Chaykin Joker has a lug-to-lug of 48.3mm, whereas the Behrens Joker lays at approximately 50mm. The main difference feels like it's the thickness, but it's not. The thickness is approximately the same on both, at 13mm, but since the Behrens features a domed crystal instead of a bezel, it kinda feels thinner. Overall, I'm happy with the watch, the production quality, price point, as well as the overall feel while I'm wearing it. It feels like a fun alternative to my Joker, and together they make a good pair. It's like two brothers. Let me know what you think about watches like these. Would you wear them or not? Check out the link in my video description to see more information about the watch and also how you can purchase yours. I also want to thank Behrens for partnering up with me on this video. They have really some cool watches in store for us in the future, so I can't wait to show it to you guys. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you next week.